Hello Gemini, I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your February 2017 Tarot forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So let us begin. You are beginning with the Fool card. These are your outside influences at the beginning of the month. This is a card of new beginnings, going off on a new adventure, openings, opportunities, going one's own way. Generally a very positive card. Although we do get into some interesting and kind of somewhat crazy energy this month, so hang on. The next card is the Moon card, for what may help or hinder you. This is saying that there may be traitors in your midst. There may be someone, maybe multiple people, and maybe just one person who seems like your friend but is really your enemy, or who is kind of lurking in the shadows and maybe talking behind your back, maybe causing some trouble. They could be a troublemaker. This could be like duplicity, conspiracy even, or just someone making trouble. It's also a card of vampirism, so watch out for that. Now, for what may help you, what the card is saying, and I did draw it reversed even though it's like horizontal in the may help or hinder position, and when we look at the reversed meanings, it is an ending to fantasy and false belief, and like letting go of false hopes. So it's basically saying that that will be to your advantage this month, to kind of try to see things more as they are. Don't hold on to false hopes, basically. And we'll get a little bit more into that as we go here, or maybe a lot more actually, as I look at these cards. The underlying energy is the Three of Cups. This is another really great card. It's a card of celebration, of friends, social gatherings, can even be award ceremonies, a card of plenitude, of enjoying the abundance of life. And so that energy is like forming the foundation for what's going on this month. It's a 3. 3s are Gemini, indicating communication, and so it's kind of just like staring right at you. That's a huge part of what's going on this month. Communication and other people around you. And remember, one of them is apparently, possibly anyway, a deceptive one, or a trickster, or something like that. The next card, the Star. This is for the past and issues you've had to deal with. Now for some of you, with this being such a positive card normally, if you haven't had to really deal with any issues in recent times, this could just be commenting on how you had a period of like openness and freedom and liberation, and that's kind of had its natural evolution into the present with the Fool card, as you continue to blissfully move about on your continuing or perhaps new or evolved journey. However, for those of you who have had some issues, when we look at this card negatively and interpret it in that way, then this becomes a card of, again, fantasy and false beliefs. It becomes a card of unwarranted optimism, of unrealistic expectations. And so it's more or less connecting in here with what's going on in the shadows, as indicated by the Moon card. The Moon card is reminding you that what will help you this month is to end fantasy and false belief. Don't remain caught up in whatever this was in your past. End the fantasy and false belief and get on with your life, kind of as the Fool card indicates as well. The next card, what you hope to achieve, is the Seven of Swords reversed. Now this is where it gets a little bit, I don't want to say dangerous, but dangerous. Because the Seven of Swords reversed, normally this is very good because this is a card of improved relationships, the ending of disagreements and arguments, it's things being back to normal. And so this is what you want, this is what you hope to achieve, but when we take it in context with the rest of the cards, it's like saying that you may want things to be back to normal so badly that you're willing to kind of believe in things that aren't really true. You're kind of willing to believe possibly in the illusions, as indicated also by the Moon card. And if there is someone in your midst who is a trickster, a deceiver, you might be playing right into their trap if you just believe that that person is actually your friend and that there's nothing to worry about. And again, a lot of this stuff, it's like you have to make up your own mind. And so I'm not really telling you, to definitely be suspicious of people or whatever, but just, I'm just presenting the information. Like, if you get a bad feeling about someone, don't want things to be all right with them so badly that you like overlook that bad feeling. If you get a bad feeling about someone, it's probably for a reason. So it's like, yeah, be like the Fool and move on with things. Have that almost blissful indifference, but just don't get caught up in fantasy and false belief when it comes to another person. If necessary, like, just extricate yourself from that person entirely. That would be perhaps the more ideal way. And even this energy of the Seven of Swords reversed, wanting things to be back to normal and all of that, this could even, you could even use this energy in that way to get away from anyone who you just kind of sort of get a bad feeling about, something's just not right about them, just get away from them and enjoy your new journey, as indicated by the Fool card. The near future, we have the Hermit reversed. This could be a bit tricky because this is a card indicating immaturity and foolishness and carelessness, and so it may be on your part, it may be on someone else's part, but if you find early in the month that things are getting a little too crazy, then maybe just be a little more careful in general. However, the Hermit card reversed can also refer to things like a medical misdiagnosis for one, also just wrong information in general, errors, wrong conclusions, incomplete evidence. And so, of course, I cannot legally give out medical advice, but that said, we have actually 4 cards here that indicate possible health concerns, with the Hermit reversed indicating even a possible misdiagnosis. The Moon card reversed, Hermit card reversed, World card reversed, and even the Tower card reversed all talk about the potential for health concerns. So again, my suggestion is just to be a little extra careful with your health this month. Maybe take better care of yourself. Maybe drink more water, get a little more rest. Do whatever you can. I cannot legally give out medical advice, but there you go. And so that's more or less what to look out for with the Hermit card reversed in the near future. The next card is the World card reversed for your attitude or position on the situation about halfway through the month. So the World card reversed. This card is one of those cards that when it's upright, it's so positive that even when it's reversed, it's like some of that energy can still get through. So you might be feeling fairly good, just not great. You might be feeling a little bit celebratory, just not really celebratory. For others, it could be darker. You could be feeling a sense of incompletion. You could be feeling like there's something that you want and it's just taking forever and you're sick of waiting, you don't want to wait anymore. And some of you might also almost feel imprisoned by your current circumstances, and it's never good to feel that way because you're never truly imprisoned, remember. And I should also point out, just to jump ahead a little bit here, that the outcome card of the month, regardless of what type of path you're taking, it looks like all Geminis are most probable to end the month on a very good positive note. So even if for you it's a month that like seems really dark or difficult at times or whatever, just know that the universe is on your side, basically, or fate or whatever is more or less on your side. You're most likely going to have a good outcome. That said, more stuff to watch out for. Later in the month, it's like you're thinking, as if I haven't had enough of these tricky deceivers in the shadows or whatever. You have the King of Swords reversed as the outside force coming in. This could be an adult male air sign who comes into your life or is already in your life and like reappears, who gives you some trouble or just really bothers you in some way. Now, this card, when reversed, can sometimes also refer to the loss of a friendship. And when we look at some of the stuff happening earlier in the month, maybe there's that one person lurking in the shadows, that duplicitous, conspiratorial, tricky person. And at this point in the month, later in the month, one way or another, it's like, yeah, you're just not being friends with them anymore. You're not dealing with them anymore. This is an apparent thing by this point. But even if that's the case, remember, you're better off you're better off without them, in other words. And so the next card, your hopes or fears, you have the Tower reversed. This is your hoping to avoid disaster with other people, hoping to avoid danger, hoping to avoid confrontation. Again, this is more of why I'm saying that this is most likely about almost the avoidance of what someone else really has going on, or the darkness of someone else. You're hoping that you don't have to deal with that person if you're aware of them, which you may or may not be. But if you are, you're hoping that you don't have to deal with them. And the cards are saying here, well, it's like you don't have to deal with them, but don't also get caught up in any of their schemes or whatever, you know. Be like the fool and go your own way and just leave that person behind. But don't believe that someone is really good for you just because you want to, when your emotions are telling you all along that something's just not right about them. That's probably the clearest that I've said it in this whole spread, in this whole video. The outcome card is the Nine of Pentacles. So again, this is some good news, finally, some good news. At the end of the month, you're feeling very happy, stable, secure. You're feeling self-sufficient. It's almost like at this point you have left behind any troubles, any troublemakers, and you're feeling very self-sufficient and secure, abundant. This is like work well done, total success. Work has paid off, and you're kind of just enjoying life, enjoying the approaching end of a cycle, almost like you're waiting for something else to begin, because this is a 9, 9s are a closing of a door, and so it's like something is almost done, something is almost complete, and you're just enjoying the abundance of life and the plenitude of your life while you wait for your next journey to begin. So that's about it, Gemini. Sorry to be a bit of a bearer of bad news. You know, some tricky person lurking in the shadows, but you know, it's better if you know about it, so that way you can steer clear of anyone like that. And maybe for some of you it will just be the fear of someone like that around. So, you know, but don't get too caught up in that. Try to remember that the moon card is telling you, the end of fantasy and false belief, letting go of false hopes, just kind of looking at things as they are without judgment will help you one way or another this month. And there's still some celebration going on, still some good times with friends and or family, and even the World card, even though it's reversed, that can still refer on to some extent to celebration and enjoyment of life. So just enjoy things as best you can, and know that at the end of the month you're really likely to enjoy things a lot. So that's about it, Gemini. I hope you have a great month. This has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Gemini for the month of February 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.